everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be kind of an update on my mental health journey. I did a video a while ago on kind of my mental health status and all of the things I explained in that video, all of the things that I've been going through. And I finally hit a point where I wanted to talk about it because I think it's a very important topic, and I think a lot of people are going through either very similar things, or even if you're going through different things, I think it's important to talk about it. The reason that it took me so long to talk about it is because it's like, to me, mental health issues have a negative association with it. I kind of want to promote the fact that it's okay to not be okay. And that's kind of the quote that I keep telling myself. It's okay to not be okay. And so I feel that by making these videos and maybe talking about different things every time I update you guys on these videos, or if you want to talk about something specific, leave it down below in the comment section. I'm being very open in these videos. So if you want to talk about medication, if you want to talk about therapy, like how I found a therapist, if you want to talk about anything, leave it down below in the comment section and I'll be glad to either talk about it in the next video. If you want to write to me, email me, I'll be glad to talk via email. Today's video, I want to talk about my therapy because, sorry, I have kind of little notes down here just because I don't want this video to be super rambly. It is meant to be a little bit more of a chatty video, so if you don't like chatty videos, then obviously, exit out of this video. But I want to talk about therapy because I had mentioned in my previous video that I had started therapy. So I am going through my therapist through the VA because I am a veteran. And they kind of wanted to diagnose me initially. Not diagnose, I guess sounds like a terrible word, but yeah, they kind of wanted to evaluate me, basically have a consultation with an actual psychiatrist. So I've been seeing a rep from the mental health division. She's been great. I've seen her probably once a month for the past couple of months. And we've kind of been working through things. Every single time I go in, I fill out a questionnaire about how I'm feeling. I talk about everything that's been going on the past couple months. I've always had anxiety, but I have been able to control it. So that's one of the big issues that I'm having, is that I have pretty good self-control. I'd call it more than pretty good. I have always been a person where if I tell myself I'm going to do something, if I tell myself not to feel a certain way, I can do the whole mind over matter. That's what got me through a lot of my physical things back in the day when I would do really hardcore workout regimens. I could work through the pain longer than normal, which is kind of a bad thing because I may have pushed my body too far in situations like that. I have a lot of anger management issues, and I feel like I've been able to control my anger for the most part for years, and it's only recently that I have been kind of unable to control my anger, to control my anxiety. And I think one of the most difficult things is I keep comparing myself right now to situations that I've been in the past. So my therapist keeps saying a lot of this is due to the fact that you have a lot on your plate, you put a lot on your plate, you have a lot of stress in your life. And I'm like, that may be true, but I feel like I've had more stress in previous either semesters or previous years. There were semesters where I was taking some hardcore chemistry and physics classes, and those were very stressful, not only because of the content, they were very stressful because of the amount of time you had to dedicate to them. So I would be on campus all day. I would be studying for 6 to 8 hours sometimes on just one subject, and I was taking 4 to 5 classes a semester. So I was exhausted. I would get very little sleep, and I would somehow make it through 16 weeks of school, and I would crash for a week after the semester had ended to kind of recuperate that energy and start it all over again the next semester. And I felt like those, in my opinion, were the most stressful times. And these next few semesters were supposed to be kind of cooling down, taking the I had already gotten through the toughest classes. The classes that I had left to take were not as difficult. Obviously, they were still going to be hard work because they are upper level classes. They're 300, 400 level classes. but I didn't feel like just the content was not going to be anywhere near what I was doing before. However, the level of stress and anxiety that I have been feeling these semesters has led to things like shingles. It has led to me just not being able to control my anger. So I thought, okay, something is wrong. I'm doing everything I can. I need to go talk to somebody. And so my therapist has been very helpful, but she keeps putting it into perspective that I cannot compare. I can't say this is weird because I was under higher stress and I'm not as stressed out as I was before. So why am I reacting this way? Because my body is just off. My hormone levels have changed. My chemistry, my body chemistry has changed. So there could be something going on with me, biologically that is causing this. She wanted to eliminate anything that I could do to help my stress before starting medication. So she had recommended yoga. She had really recommended focusing on my hobby. She'd recommended keeping a journal. She'd recommended a lot of these things that I have been doing for the past couple of months to kind of to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to bring my stress down. If I am kind of managing the stress this way and I'm still feeling the symptoms that I'm feeling, then maybe it's not you're doing everything you can, you're living a stress-free life type of situation. It is, I need medication. It's a biological thing. So that's what it's come down to, and it seems like there is something just physically wrong, and I may need to start on medication. I have officially made my first appointment. I have my first appointment with my psychiatrist now, and I'm going to see my primary care doctor about starting me on antidepressants and possibly anti-anxiety medication. And so I'm starting the next step in my journey with medication, but I've heard that there's a lot of I don't want to say issues, but it's going to be a long process, because from what I've heard, you have to start on a medication and you have to try it out for at least 2 to 4 weeks in order to see if that medication even works. And there's all types of side effects, which again, I'm scared about, because some of the side effects can include migraines, or headaches, which I already suffer from migraines. Some of the side effects may include weight gain, which I am trying to currently lose weight right now. So the fact that I'm going to have medication that's going to make me gain even more weight, it's just stressing me out. So I'm trying not to think about that. I'm trying to take it one step at a time, one day at a time, because if I think too far in advance, I'm going to get stressed out. But that's just kind of how my mind works. I'm a planner. I like to think in advance. I have a little bit of OCD. I'm trying to take a step back and just take it one day at a time, one step at a time. So I'll talk more about medications in the next update that I do, kind of what I've learned from my doctor, because I haven't really had a chance to talk to my doctor about it. So kind of what I've learned, if you guys want to share any information about any medication or any experiences you've had with antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication, I would love to hear about it, because I've never done my research on it, and I haven't done my research yet, because I feel that if I start doing research on it right now, I'm just going to freak myself out. So I want to talk to my doctor about it first. And another thing that's really been helping is yoga. I had talked about it in the first video. Someone had recommended in the comment section. I haven't really had a chance to go back and answer all of the comments that I got on that video. It was great. I loved all of the comments, and I loved how people were actually communicating with me. I love that. I love interacting with people, but I just haven't had the time to go back and answer all of the comments, because I've been kind of focusing on releasing content for you guys. But that is on my to-do list. I am planning on going back and answering all of the comments that I haven't had time to do for the past 3 months. So one of the things I've been doing is yoga, and I can't do anything else more than yoga right now because of my back. I do have a herniated disc, and it is pretty painful right now. I just stopped regular therapy. I am on nerve blockers for it, and I also have sciatica. And it's really bad on some days. It's just okay on other days, but it's so bad that I can barely walk up the the stairs. I have very little strength in the leg that I have sciatica in. So yoga is really all that I can tolerate right now, but I am slowly going to start a more intense workout routine and start like weightlifting again because I miss it. I really do miss it. But of course I'm going to be safe, and I'm only going to do things that my therapist recommends. My physical therapist says, you know, it's okay, you can do this, and I'm obviously going to do it safely. But yeah, yoga has been great. It's not only been a good like physical, like a good workout for me, but it's also been a good like anxiety and stress reliever. I didn't think it would be, but man, meditation, like the meditation that you do in yoga, just the breathing exercises are just so calming and relaxing, and I can really just shut my brain off and not think about anything. So I don't think about school, I don't think about plans, I don't think about weight loss, I don't think about any of it. And that's been really nice. I've absolutely loved that about yoga. It's been so helpful. I have been starting to do a little bit of it at home, but it's kind of hard at home because I have pets that want to climb all over me. It's just really difficult to do it at home. So I appreciate the fact that I have a studio that I can go to and I can practice. They have classes every single day, multiple times a day. So I've been loving it. If you guys have been thinking about doing yoga and you've been putting it off for years, I would definitely recommend it. I was one of those people. I had thought about doing yoga like 5-6 years ago, and I just never did it because I don't like group classes. I feel that people are always looking at me, like when I'm at the gym or when I'm taking a class, and they're judging me. And that's kind of one of the nice things about yoga, just the environment and just the people who practice yoga, is no one gives a shit. You can do what you want to do. You can go at the pace that you need to go. You can be the most unbalanced person in the world, and no one cares. No one's going to judge you. Everyone has their own issues and they're working through their things. Everyone's trying to do their practice and they're being mindful of their body. So it kind of took that whole, it was like really a judgment-free zone. It took all of that like worry and anxiety that I had about that completely away. So I now go into yoga, and this is kind of one of the things that my husband noticed. I used to go into yoga wearing very baggy clothes because I'm very self-conscious of my body, and I don't want anything to be like too tight on me that may show a little bit of roll or a little bit of fat. These last few weeks I've been wearing clothes to yoga. There's like one shirt I have that's like open down the back, so you can see like my sports bra and you can see down my back, and I wore that to yoga and I felt completely comfortable. I normally used to wear like a little jacket on top of my like shirt that I was wearing, and even if it was super hot, I would still keep the jacket on because I felt like it covered more of my body. And these past couple classes, I've said, I don't have time for this. It's too hot outside. I am here because I need this, because I want this, because I love this. No one's going to judge me for that. So, and if they do, who cares? It's not worth your time. It's not worth my time. It's not going to stop me from doing yoga. So I might as well be comfortable when I do it and not like overheat myself because I don't want to take my jacket off. So I love that. I love the confidence that it's giving me. I love how I feel afterwards. I feel energized. I'm not in as much pain as I was. It's just great. I highly recommend it, but find a studio that works for you, because I went to several studios and some of them were just too big for me. The classes were just too big. They were a little too active. It kind of felt like a Zumba class to me, honestly. Like they had like music playing in the background, like kind of, you know, I don't want to call it club music, but it wasn't like relaxing meditative music. So it just wasn't for me. And I found a studio that's really small, that only really has like, at the biggest class I've ever been in was like 9 students. And so I love that. So you got to just find the studio that works for you. And yeah, that's all I really have to share with you guys today. Next time I'm going to talk a little bit about the hobbies that I've been doing to kind of relax. But of course you guys see a lot of my hobbies here on YouTube because I love to share my hobbies, the nail art, the planner. But I kind of want to talk about my experiences with my hobbies, about my experiences with Meetup, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the medications that I'm going to be going on. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I currently post 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then on Sundays, I like to post a plan with me. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.